Afternoon. My name is Zanin Javelin, and welcome to your website. I wanted to first give you an overall view of what the website is, both on the front end, which is what your members, your group members, or anybody else who comes to visit your site, and then the back end that you have control over to administer your site. So we're going to first take a look through. What you're seeing here now is just a very generic web page of it, and we are going to, in later instructional videos as we go through, show how you can modify and adjust. So you're actually going to watch this website grow and know how to do this for yourself as well. Now, the one thing you may notice is the PHP nuke up on top here. And that's just simply the scripting language that is used to create your site. The one thing to remember overall about your site is that it is completely web-based, but unlike, say, a generic GeoCities, Yahoo, or any of those other types of websites, you have much more in-depth control over, as well as your users having control over. And speaking of users, what we're going to do first, so that you can see how this would work for anybody in visiting your site, is to go ahead and create a practice account. Now, the one thing you'll notice on the site here is first you'll see where there is on your top row the home button, your account, the account that we're about to create. You have a download section, so if there is any software or anything additional that you would like for your members to have, or even possibly staff members might need there in Second Life, you can go ahead and put there. There is Submit News. Submit News is just simply where your members get to participate in being interactive with your website, where they can go ahead and actually submit articles and news stories. There's Topics, which we'll go over later, which is generally the hot topics of your particular website. And then there's the Top 10, which shows the top 10 most read, most commented, and so forth. You have your modules here on the side, which are links to different areas of your website, and we'll go over them later. You have for your administration, if you happen to be an administrator of the website, of which of course you are. You have the waiting content. The waiting content is just simply letting you know as the administrator right up front what needs your attention right off the bat. You'll go over and scrolling further down, you'll actually see where it says who's online. This is a handy feature, especially for us on Second Life, where if for some reason the site is down, as far as Second Life or so forth, one of the nice things that you'll always find that happens is that people start going and visiting the web pages that are dealing with Second Life. So here, for the people that you have as your group members, your new customers, your new club members and VIPs and so forth, you can actually just go to your website and actually see all the people that are online at that time. You also have languages where you can pick which language you prefer to see the site in. Now, for me being here in the United States, of course, the preferred language is English, but as you can see, you can switch to German, Greek, Icelandic, Italian. So for those multilingual people that we often meet on Second Life and coming to your website, they can actually change it to their own language that suits and is most comfortable for them. Then, of course, if we scroll back up and looking on the other side, you see where you have your surveys. Here is where you can create surveys just to see what's going on and what your members and your people are thinking. We'll go over more of that later. There is the login. Now, this is the most wonderful and important thing about you having your website here, and that is particularly that you create your members online, and now you have a much more expanded way of reaching them other than just in Second Life, instant messaging, or group notices that tend to get spammed a lot, which is one of the reasons that this is such a fantastic tool for you here. You have the big story of today. The big story is just simply the most popular read story out of all the articles that are there. Then there's the old articles. These are ones that after your website has grown and has been on for a couple of months, you'll start to have an archive of them here. And then you have your information. Your information is any other pertinent information that you would like to have on your website for your members. Now what we're going to do here is act as simply as if we don't have an account so that you can, as a visitor coming to your site for the first time, of course it'll look much more different than this. Again, this is just generic in starting and seeing how it will look before you have the chance to go into the back end and administer it. But we are going to go ahead and become a registered user, which for us in Second Life is the same as in joining groups. Now, first, of course, there is for the person to fill out. All fields are required for the new user registration. The first thing, of course, is the nickname, and we are going to use my wife's. Well, we're going to go ahead and use my last name. Forgive here on that. Then we're going to go ahead, and this is the most important thing. You have the chance to get an email. Then we're going to quickly create a generic password. We type it in. And then we click New User. Now, what does that new user have? You'll receive a confirmation email with a link to a page that you should visit to activate your account within the next 24 hours. Your account preferences are cookie based, and as a registered user, they can post comments in their name, send news, have a personal box in the home, select how many news that they would want in the home, customize the comments. They can even select their own personal theme so they're not stuck with just whatever theme that you might feel is the best looking. They can access the user's custom box. They can create their own journals. And they can read the headlines and also a lot of other cool stuff. Now, just because I need to go ahead and demonstrate how they would go through inputting that, I'm going to go ahead and use my email. We click on New User. The new user registration is there. The final step is for me to just go ahead and go home to my email to check and go ahead and start to log in for the first time. And I will be right back so I can go ahead and do that there. Okay, now here we are where I've logged into my account. And you see right here where it has the new user account activation. And reading through, it says, welcome to what would be your web page or website's name. And then from there, I simply click on the link. It will take me back through. I have been activated. And it is just that simple for any members that are there that come onto your site. Now, I can go ahead and log in. And here we have where now I am a registered member login user of the site. This is a fantastic thing, especially when we get to the back end and the administrative, which will be the second part of this quick orientation video. Here you'll see where it has for my information, my home, comments, messages, my journal, themes, and then for me to log out. It shows that I am not a subscriber to our newsletter and what points that I would have for participating in this. The one nice thing about this website design that you have is where you can assign different points for people participating in different areas, and we'll go over that on the back end. But with doing that, and I will go through in a second part of this video to finish up the actual orientation and showing what your website will look like from your members' point of view. My name again is Zanin Javlin, and you can see that second part here, and we will follow through. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon.